Good afternoon and welcome to the first meeting of San Joaquin COG for 2026. We will go ahead and get this meeting started at 4 o'clock. And let's go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's have Chair Dollywall start it. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, Thank you. Okay, roll call.
Mayor Akinjo.
Present.
Mayor Adiola.
Present.
Councilmember Craig.
Present.
Supervisor Dollywall.
Present.
Supervisor Dean. Councilmember Engel.
Present.
Councilmember Enriquez.
Present.
Mayor Fugazi.
Present.
Councilmember Ponce. Supervisor Rickman.
Here.
Mayor Singh. Mayor Sue.
Here.
Councilmember Zuber.
Here.
Caleb Brock.
Here.
Gary Giovanetti. Margaret Stevens. We have a quorum, Chair.
Okay, and do we not have Mayor Singh online? Is
He is not.
Okay. Okay.
I will watch.
Thank you. We have no recognitions or presentations, so we will be going into public comment. If anybody would like to address the board, there is a 3-minute maximum time limit, and you may speak on any non-agendized items. So do we have any public comment?
I have not received any public comments.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to the consent calendar. Do any of the board members have any questions, comments, or concerns about the consent calendar?
Amen. Just a quick one on the budget. Maybe I forgot the explanation last. What is the purpose of the there's something there, the public engagement that eats up our budget. So I don't know, it's the highest thing we spend money on. So I was just wondering, maybe somebody can explain to me. I think that's in the
Which agenda item are you referring to? D or which one?
Yeah, I think so. But I can't get my computer set up. So. Yeah, D, financial reports. And agency-wide quarterly investment report.
Ma'am, before we continue, Mayor Singh is now on.
What?
Mayor Singh has joined.
Welcome, Mayor Singh. If you can please let the board and the public know where you're at, what you're doing.
Yes, this is Mayor Singh. I am participating with Just Cause due to being away on agency business, and no one else is present in the room with me who is over the age of 18.
Okay, thank you. So coming back to consent calendar.
Yes, Madam Chair, on item D, I can't get my piece, but if you look at the graph, you see something there that is way. Yeah, that one.
Okay. So he's looking at the budget overview page.
And the staff report.
Sir, if you could please make sure your microphone is on.
Yeah, mine is on. It's the professional services. Look at the professional services. Yeah, is the highest thing. Is there a definition of what comes under the professional services? I think that's the simple question that I have. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Excuse me, Mayor Akinjo. The question about professional services, it shows that a board adopted budget. Of our adopted budget, $7 million is for staff and $47 million is devoted for consultant services. So those services are for our planning work, our project delivery work, and that's what those professional services refer to. It's all the consultants that are not staff to SJCOG performing work on the approved items that the board has identified in its overall work program.
Yes, Madam Chair, and CEO, even if the board approves some of these things, I'm looking at the amount. Is there any in-house that can take care of these things so that they don't eat so much of our budget? I'm just curious. That's also.
The, uh, the professional services are there so that we do not need to hire and expand our existing staff. The existing staff are at maximum capacity, and the professional services are add-ons to the work that's needed to be done. Should there be a reduction in professional services, that would equate to the need for hiring additional staff.
Is that always the case, or?
Yes, that is always the case. We ensure in developing an annual work program, first and foremost, that the additional work that are on the docket for the coming fiscal year is provided and budgeted for staff work. Anything above and beyond that that requires services then are identified for consultant work.
All right, Madam Chair. Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'm not completely satisfied with that, but I will do that on a private or personal level. Because if we are increasing consultancy fee, and over the years it keep going up and up and up, and we need to look at how to just bring some things back home to the in-house. I mean, that's the way I look at some of these things. And many things are not hiring new people also. So that is, when you go into that mode that I cannot do this without hiring additional body, then we are really not addressing the issue the way it's supposed to be. It's not a criticism, it's everywhere. It's in my city of Lathrop. I call some of them now, they say, well, we need more body. And what are we doing with the one we have? So that is where I'm going with all those things. So just the way our system works, but we need to start looking at those things. How much of our job is seeded out compared to what is done from the in-house? I know we are overloaded. I know that. I'm not really against that. But we cannot be using the determination that, well, we have to hire more to get this done. That's all I'm trying to raise, that awareness. It's not anything special. You know, I'm not a consultant, so I don't know how they are getting paid or anything like that. So, okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your comment, and I will follow up with you to understand more your perspective, and looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Are there any other items on consent need to be addressed?
I'll move to approve the consent items, consent
Seconded.
calendar.
Seconded.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Don't forget, you got your, oh, do we have to do roll call? Because we have,
No, ma'am. If I can, Mayor Singh can vote verbally.
okay, the rest of us can use our remote.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Please cast your votes.
I vote yes.
That was Mayor Singh.
Yes, ma'am. All votes are in. Motion carries.
Oh, how did I hit the wrong button again? Me. I thought I hit the green.
For the record, ma'am,
I do want my vote to represent yes, not no.
yes,
Thank you.
Awesome.
I think you guys rigged mine. I'm just saying.
I think for the public, we should let them know the remote controls are very small and the buttons are very close together.
I guess I have fat fingers. I didn't know. Okay. Moving on to item 5, our action items. Item 5A, approve the executive committee's recommendation appointing a member to the San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a short presentation. The San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission, in their bylaws, explicitly state that the San Joaquin Council of Governments Board appoints members for the San Joaquin County side, representatives of the San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission. The existing members are identified in the staff report. All, of course, are SJCOG board appointees. Before there is an appointment made by this board, the Rail Commission bylaws further state that the COG Executive Committee makes a recommendation to the COG board. And I wanted to notify you that the City of Manteca previous appointment of Councilmember Mike Morowitz is now vacant, and so we need to find a replacement for the San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission. That replacement can be any representative, any elected official in San Joaquin County, and the City of Manteca Council has asked this executive committee prior, and then ultimately the board, to consider the replacement of Councilmember Mike Morowitz with Vice Mayor Regina Lackey. This recommendation by the City Council of Manteca was heard at the Executive Committee, and the Executive Committee approved the recommendation to this board for the appointment of Vice Mayor Lackey to the Regional Rail Commission. So that is a recommendation by the Executive Committee for this board's consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for our executive director? Any comments from the public? No. So it's the pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion from Supervisor Ding and a second from Chair Dollywall. Please vote.
Mayor Singh, vote yes.
Got it.
We'll see.
All votes aye.
Yeah.
Motion carries.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Madam Chair, if I might just, as Chair of the Rail Commission, say thank you, Executive Committee, very much for moving Councilwoman Vice Mayor Lackey forward, because we look forward to having her join our meetings. So thank you.
Okay, moving on to 5B, unmet transit needs public hearing. Mr. Campos.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Happy New Year. Annually, as the Regional Transportation Planning Agency, SJCOG conducts an unmet transit needs assessment in the region. SJCOG gathers comments throughout the months of October, November, and December, again, throughout the region, and with tonight culminating with a public hearing, giving the public one final opportunity to capture any comments regarding unmet transit needs. And so thus, staff is asking this board to both open a public hearing and close it with no further action needed. This concludes my presentation.
Okay,
So we're just asking you, go ahead and do that.
open the public hearing. Any comments, questions? Anything on this? Anything from the public?
I have nothing.
And we will close the public hearing. Thank you. Okay, going on to discussion items. We do not have any. Informational items. SJCOG, San Joaquin Council of Governments Board meeting scheduled for 2026. Everybody mark your calendar for that. Yes? Great. Chair report. Yay. I don't know how many of you were paying attention when Congressman Harder, because of the advocacy of this group, going back to DC, and the squeaky wheel gets the oil or the grease, he put in $250,000 for his congressional district for the I-205 managed lanes project. So it's in the bill. It should get approved before the end of January. And I am super excited. We all should be, that we are getting funds earmarked specifically for something that we have been advocating for well before I joined this board. So I just wanted to share that. I wanted to send my thanks to Congressman Harder and as well as to my fellow board members for the work on this and our leadership. So I think that's it for me. Board members, any board members wish to?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Just on behalf of the Rail Commission, I'm just going to bring up one question I would ask staff to follow up on relative to the unmet transit needs. Just based on the reading of the report staff and I discussed, we just wanted to confirm feedback from the unmet transit needs process was that there's no unmet need related to ACE. But we are interested in continuing a discussion relative to the recent changes affecting the small urbanized area allocations and just awareness that it's not about current unmet need, but we really recognize the fact that there is an evolution to the funding that's happening down the road. So I'm sure Mr. Orlando will have those conversations at a necessary time. To that point, I just wanted to confirm that Chris Orlando has joined the Rail Commission team. I officially began his role on January 5th. He recently had served as Deputy Director for the LA San Diego San Luis Obispo Rail Corridor Agency, so certainly has the experience needed to run our Valley Rail and ACE commuter lines. Couple of updates. I don't know who's going to the Super Bowl, but we have trains going to the Super Bowl. So I do hope that you all will take advantage of that with your family and friends. It's going to be a very popular ride. Also, some of you are aware the Gold Runner launched, and we now have a Route 40 Gold Runner Gold Runner service. There's a ribbon cutting. Route 40 is a new Gold Runner Thruway bus that we're going to be providing. So it connects Merced and San Jose, stops in Los Banos and Gilroy. So that's a new stop for the Rail Commission. And that event will be on February 4th at the Merced Amtrak station near the Gold Runner bus run. So just a couple of updates from the Rail Commission.
Thank you. Any other board members wish to speak? Councilmember Enriquez.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick update. I know I saw Mayor Singh and most of the Manteca City Council. So League of California Cities is having their conference yesterday and today in Sacramento. And I'm on the Transportation, Communications, and Public Works Policy Committee. And just for the sake of this group knows, the work that they're doing this year is continued infrastructure investment and modernization, advanced clean fleet regulation compliancy, clean energy permitting, as well as the continued work on protecting SB1 revenues and exploring sustainable alternative funding sources and the enhanced e-bike safety requirements. So we'll be meeting again in March, but again, just want to let you all know that. And then also there'll be the first ever comprehensive study on e-bikes that San Jose State University is doing, the first of its kind, and that informational hearing will be made available later this year. Sure.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, let us go on to our ex officio board members, and let's start with the Port of Stockton with Commissioner Stevens.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Board. So I want to give you a report from our director who went to Washington, D.C. last week regarding the shipbuilding. He met with the Senate and House Appropriations Subcommittee, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the White House Office of Shipbuilding to discuss the strategy around the U.S. shipbuilding capacity, workforce infrastructure, and the global competitiveness. There's still many questions around the logistics and the funding sources. The White House guidance is indicating that shipbuilding sites must demonstrate a very strong commitment to investment if they're going to take it on. So it looks like the port's likely role will be acting as a landlord and to have a shipbuilding partner that can make capital investments. Looks like the port would be doing the component manufacturing is one possibility, and also maybe being a shipbuilding site for small and medium autonomous surface vehicles. The next steps are meeting with Representatives Harder, Garamendi, and Gray, and the port's continuing to try to identify a shipbuilding partner.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that update. Commissioner or Chair Giovanetti from San Joaquin Regional Transit District.
Thank you, Madam Chair. RTD system daily ridership continues to increase. Last count was 10,631 weekday daily rides. Annual ridership for fiscal year 2025 was approximately 2.8 million rides. Fiscal year 2025 system-wide weekday average ridership, 76% of COVID, moving up to 80% in fiscal year 2026. Our annual Stuff the Bus, RTD, concluded the 27th event. 29,000 pounds was collected. RTD received support from a wide range of volunteers, including employees, Emergency Food Bank, University Pacific, Congressman Josh Harder's office, Judge Peter DeVincenzi and his family, and Stockton City Council member Michelle Padilla. This effort reflected strong community spirit during a time of increased hardship and reinforced RTD's role as a trusted community partner. Finally, January 26th, service change. RTD will implement its schedule service change on Sunday, January 26th. This update replaces the weekend-only Route 700 series with an existing Route 500 series. Overall, we are moving to having the same schedule 7 days a week. This would include people on the weekends that are working, going to school, and so forth. And so we hope to implement 7 days as a ridership would all stay the same. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Brock, Caltrans.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Happy New Year. Happy to be filling in for Grace today. A couple of announcements. So this month, Caltrans announced awarding $202 million for 143 local clean transportation projects that prioritize public transportation and electric vehicle options in California communities most affected by pollution. Happy to announce that there was 2 agencies within San Joaquin County that were awarded, San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission and the San Joaquin RTD, totaling over $2.3 million between the 2 of them. So on one of them, the ACE Operations Support Program got $602,000 to provide operational funding related to continued operation for 4 ACE round trips from Stockton to San Jose. And San Joaquin RTD got $1.67 million to continue to operate a new bus rapid transit route along the Midtown corridor that will provide service entirely in a disadvantaged and low-income community. The project will provide rapid service, provide access to a variety of destinations, and reduce emissions by implementing zero-emission technology. 2 local traffic safety updates. So Caltrans will begin repairs on State Route 4 at the Old River Bridge at the San Joaquin Contra Costa County line. So the full closure with detour will start on Sunday, February 1st, and then 24-hour traffic control begins on February 2nd, and that will run through November 2026. The second one, which we don't have a for sure date, but we're shooting for March on I-580 in Tracy, the westbound lane will be closed for bridge repair going over the railroad tracks, and that will be between Patterson Pass Road and Coral Hollow. And that will be through the weekend and into the Monday morning and evening commute. We're waiting for final railroad approval, and then we'll get the date out. And of course, Caltrans Public Information Office will be sending out information to everyone on that, but just want to get that on your radar because it will be, disruptive for that Monday commute. And then the district for the Caltrans Sustainable Transportation Planning Grant Program, we received 12 applications within our district this cycle. 4 of them were in San Joaquin County. So the district just finished our analysis, and headquarters will do their review, and then the awards will be announced in the spring. So those 4 were San Joaquin Regional RTD for their facilities master plan, City of Escalon for their multimodal mobility and corridor enhancement plan, also known as Safe Streets for Escalon, The City of Tracy, Freight Analysis and Traffic Signal Technology Plan, and then San Joaquin COG for their San Joaquin Mobility Hub Design Advanced Project. And then also earlier this month, Caltrans District as well as headquarters met with San Joaquin COG to have the 26-27 OWP coordination kickoff meeting. So it was great to have headquarters and FHWA together with the COG to talk about the upcoming fiscal year. I'm looking forward to receiving the draft in March. And then finally, this will be my first full year in this position, and one of my goals is to meet with all of the cities within our district this calendar year. So offline, if there's anyone you particularly want me to ensure that I talk with when I go, please let me know. And I'm looking forward to making those trips and improving the relationships and communication over the next few. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So can I put Lathrop down as number one on your list? Yeah, please. We have a lot to cover.
Okay.
But on a on a general purpose, though, part of what the director Enrique was mentioning was Caltrans contest for these grants that small cities like us need to survive. What is up with that? Why is Caltrans contesting? We are looking for money, and when it comes to transportation and the unhoused community, and you look there, Caltrans is the one taking all the money.
Are you speaking on a particular grant program?
No, I think it funnels down to the district. But I think I was there today, and we were talking about some of these things that to qualify right now under certain guidelines for the unhoused, your population has to be 300,000 and above. Guess who is there on top of that chain?
Bigger cities, yeah.
So that's why I'm just throwing it out there for you to be aware. It might not be Lathrop specific, but small cities, it's a challenge to be contesting with big guys like you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Definitely the funding has definitely diminished we've seen it the last year. But we do have our sustainable transportation grant program, as well as I have an investment planner on my team that we can meet with any of the cities and talk strategies about, things that you want to have funded. We need to ensure that we have at least the planning studies done, and so we can strategize about them going after money. Because smaller cities have more of a disadvantage competing with the larger cities. But if we understand the need, then we can kind of tailor what kind of investment strategies that would be more appropriate for your particular city.
Thanks. I hope he still gets the meeting.
What's that?
That's the schedule, the meeting schedule.
I hope he still gets the meeting with you.
Okay, moving on. Executive Director's report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a few items to report. First, wanted to recognize the incoming leadership of CEO Orlando to the Regional Rail Commission and City Manager Ford at the City of Stockton. I did reach out to both of them, and we'll be meeting with them in February to go over SJCOG and connect on items, particularly Member Craig, that some of them are already on my list to discuss with your new CEO. So that will be a great first meet and greet with them on COG regional policy issues and how we can partner to advance our collective agenda for the region. Also, congratulations, Caleb, for your first 1 year in the district. I will say Grace McSio, the district director, and her team of deputy directors and district local assistants have always been a valued partner for the Council of Governments. And we have delivered so much on the state highway system together, and we'll continue to do that moving forward. So it's always a really great pleasure to work with Caltrans District 10. I will say the best district in California. Wanted to give you a few updates on some things happening at COG. First off, the One Voice program of projects, the applications closed last year, and the working group, which is I'll call it a strike team, is or has this week reviewed the applications that have been received, 13 projects possibly to bring forward to this board in the coming months for approval for the One Voice advocacy trip. The working group is looking at the application to give them advice, feedback, make sure we close a loop on any questions or things that need clarified to further strengthen our message and our ability to advocate for those projects and make sure that they are ready to present to the board for your consideration of approval as early as March. Then also wanted to say that the Mega Region Working Group, which is made up of SJCOG, the Sacramento Area Council of Governments, and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, will be holding their first meeting this year. It's a long-standing group of many years. It's made up of 4 policy board members from each of the respective regional agencies. They'll be holding their first meeting this year on January 30th. We have 4 Mega Region board members from SJCOG on representing that group. The Mega Region Working Group is being led this year by the Sacramento Area Council of Governments. So they will chair the meetings this year. And then San Joaquin COG will be serving in a vice chair role this year in 2026 and rotate into chair next year. I wanted to mention the Mega Region Working Group because what's planned is a Sacramento advocacy as well as part of their efforts this year, where the group goes to Sacramento to advocate for legislation and policy that connects us all in the Mega Region, as well as the Mega Region Dozen, which is a list of 12 projects that interconnect our regions that we all stand behind and back for state funding. So that will be part of the advocacy trip anticipated in April of this year. Speaking of advocacy trip, we are also part of the San Joaquin Valley Policy Council. We have 2 members from the COG board assigned to that council, Member Rickman, Member Singh, and there will be a Sacramento advocacy trip for the San Joaquin Valley Policy Council in March. Same concept. In this case, the difference from the Mega Region is its advocacy of what links us together with the other regional transportation planning agencies in the Central Valley. So that concludes my report of the business on the docket for the next couple months at COG.
Chairwoman, if I may. Director, I wasn't sure if everybody's had a chance to meet Najee yet, our new Director of Public Works for San Joaquin County, and we're excited to have him with us. He understands, don't tell me no, tell me how, and he'll be a great partner with COG.
I think Mr. Najee has always been with us on our one voice. So yeah, he's actually part of the team. So he knows the area very well. And you are welcome, Mr. Najee.
Welcome, Najee. He's been a long-standing member of the SJCOG Technical Advisory Committee, and I've worked with him closely for many years, and so has the COG staff. So we're thrilled at your leadership position at the county. Welcome.
Okay. Not seeing anyone else, so I will adjourn the meeting, 4:33.